Hello everyone, Ronan here, and today I'm making this video just to cover the cross-class skills I believe to be good for the Dark Knight. So I'm just gonna go over them really quick and the reasons why I picked these. As always, Savage Blade is useless cross-class skills because you can't combo it. And I'm pretty sure your Spinning Slash does more damage anyway, the potency is higher. Flash is useless, you have Unleash, it basically does the same thing and it doesn't interrupt your rotations. Convalescence is good, 20% more healing is always good, it's a great cooldown, it should be used on all 3 tanks. Provoke, you need it to do tank swaps, so there's not really much I can say about that. You have to have it, you don't have to have it early on in the game, but you will have to have it as soon as you hit level 50 and you plan on doing any raids. Awareness, I like awareness now, but if you have to switch one out for something else, or you feel another one is better for you, awareness is only really good for when you know crits are coming. So take Shiva Extreme, turn 12 from Old Coil. I'm not sure if there's any mechanics right now that guarantee crit, but right now I have this on my bar and it would be the first one I would remove, mainly because you don't know when you're gonna get crit. The exception for me right now is Warrior. I use it on Warrior, so it allows me to be able to use Raw Intuition pretty much whenever I want and on large pulls, so I don't get crit. Foresight, the reason why I have Foresight is because it increases your defense, and a lot of people were complaining that Dark Knight was more of a magic resistance tank, so may as well throw more physical defense in there. Can't hurt, and it's not really much else. Even though it's not that great of a cooldown, it still helps. It's better than nothing. It's a good skill to use if you feel you need to take less physical damage. Most bosses will auto attack anyway. If you do large pulls, the mobs will auto attack, so it's always just extra damage mitigation. So for the same reason as Savage Blade, don't use Skull Sunder, you can't combo it, and your Spinning Slash does more damage. Now, Fracture might be good on a Warrior, mainly because it's a 300 potency on Warrior and you don't really have that many abilities that are higher than 300, except for Fell Cleave on Warrior. Because the trait that allows it to go to 30 seconds is good to use on a Warrior. But because Scourge is a 500 potency dot, it lasts 30 seconds. Because you don't have the trait, you're going to be using a lot of TP, because this uses 80 as opposed to 60. So it's not a good skill to use, because if you use this, it's only going to be a 220 potency attack, which is not worth it at all. So it's actually a loss, because you get 220 from using Spinning Slash. You have 300 from using Power Slash. I mean, every single attack you do is more than 220. Especially if you use Dark Arts and you use a Soul Eater. So it's really not worth using a Fracture in there. It would actually lower your DPS and go through a TP faster. And since Dark Knight doesn't really recover TP very well, I highly recommend taking this off your bar. Now Bloodbath. I did use Bloodbath. I did like it. So it only lasts 15 seconds. So I feel the healing is marginal. If you wanted to put this in, I'm not saying it's bad, you could potentially remove awareness. I mean, it would be slightly better than awareness, but unless you're playing full strength, where you don't really have cooldowns, like on Warrior you have Berserk, so you throw a Berserk on top of Bloodbath and the healing is really nice. But this being only 15 seconds, and you don't have anything that increases your damage, as of right now, I don't really know many Dark Knights or any Dark Knights that play full strength in raids. So I don't know if this is actually viable if you're going to be a main tank. It's going to help, sure, but I don't feel it's as good as it could be, or at least as good as it is on a Warrior for sure. So since it was really a toss-up between Mercy Stroke and Bloodbath. I mean, it's still a toss-up. I put Mercy Stroke on just for that extra DPS, not necessarily for the extra defensive cooldown. Hopefully it helps. I know it's 90-second recast as opposed to the Warrior's 40. But to me, I think this is going to be a good setup. You definitely want these two for your damage mitigation or slash incoming heals for when you need to, especially if you pop Living Dead and it ticks, you want to be able to get that HP back up. Let's say you don't have a white mage should you cast Benny on you. You don't want that astrologian to just work his ass off to get you up to 100% so you don't die. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully this has helped you a bit with your cross-class skills. I mean, there's a lot of room for debate in these, mainly for Bloodbath as opposed to Mercy Stroke or Awareness. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll be putting up a video just after this one for the actual skills, and I'm going to just give a quick run through the skills and what I think are a good way to use some of them. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.